Hello, my Teaserking family. How's everybody today? Trying number two. Tried it before and I just got kicked off. Italy does not have good internet. What can I say? Okay, so I have to go through everything again, but the lines should be the same as I just looked at. So tonight we got Maryland 11, 45 over Northwestern, and we got Vegas 1865 against Utah State, and Utah, who the fuck knows about Cam Rising, 5.5, 46.5. Let's go through the lines. Hopefully I won't lose anybody. Who do I got here? Hey, Real D. Pat, how are you? Well, yeah, except for the internet. Yeah, the pros lock is up. I don't have time for econ, and the internet's pretty bad. So just ask questions. Let's touch gold. The internet kind of weak here. I get it, and sometimes I don't. But again, I'm using the hotels. Let's see. Gold is at 26.52. We broke 26.50. It was getting hammered down to 26.05 by the U.S. derivatives, but they're all done. It's 10 o'clock, and it's not dropping. So 26.52. Silver 31.56. So will we get the silver to get into the 30s? Hopefully. Free play I gave you was Ole Miss LSU over 56. Love that one. LSU scores. They don't have a great defense. Mississippi's going to have to score and keep up. Let's see. Gold is going now to 3K. Yeah, it's been going to 3K. Silver down to 40. Where do you see silver at 40? Hey, Luke. Silver miners cranking lately. Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's 30 something. It should be higher. Silver was in the 32, 31.56. Gold 26.52. So we're doing it right there. We know all the demand. As long as you have demand, price will go up. That's pretty obvious. There. All right, let me get to some football. Luke, it's okay. We went to Amalfi yesterday, or Amalfi, whatever the fuck it is. And it was a little crowded. The roads here are terrible. They're too narrow. So if you're on a bus and there's a car coming, you got to wait till it goes, and it's slow. But, it's nice. The view's nice. I mean, we're on the Mediterranean, so that's nice. But everything's kind of not like if you go to Vegas where everything's very new and modern and classy. Here it's old hotels, and internet works a little, doesn't work a little, at least in the room. All right, let's get back to football. So we've got three picks that I do have my pro lock up. So if you guys want to buy my class, like I won't have a class tonight. It's too hard. Just buy it though, and I'll send you the link. So like me and Alex stormed to do a Friday night class, Real DG. We did a pro class last week. So just send me for the class, and I'll send you the link. So you'll get tonight. So if you want college, you'll get $25. I'll give you the college link, or like you guys with the pros, I'll just send you the pro link like I did last week. It's just too difficult. We'll have normal class next week where we can go into the depth and ask the questions. I don't know what's going on with the hurricane. I got all these games in Florida and Georgia and North Carolina. Are they playing? Are they fucked up with the wind? Or is it everything's over? It looks like it moved to the Atlantic, so I don't know what to think. But I like a lot of these North Carolina, Georgia games in totals. But if it's going to be really windy and that, it's not going to work. If it's not, then it'll be all right. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that. But yeah, real day. The locks are out there. I'm going to add college once I find the weather, but I like, for sure, I like it. So free play, LSU. I'll give you a free pro play when we get there. So again, tonight, I guess they moved Memphis, South Florida tomorrow night. Maryland 11:45, Utah or UNLV 1865 to Utah State. Utah is 5.5 46, and who knows about Cam Rising. Regular lines: Georgia Tech 459.5 to North Carolina. Clemson 20.5, 61 to Wake Forest. Clemson's been hot lately. Rutgers 2.5, 43.5 to Wisconsin. I still don't buy Wisconsin. Iowa 2.5, 42.5 to Washington. Real good game there. Ball State 4.5, 59.5. Kansas Z team. Alabama off the loss, laying 21 to South Carolina. You're going to beat that shit out of them. I mean, they'll put up 50 on South Carolina. I don't think South Carolina can score much. They'll play like they did against Ole Miss last week. The Army 26-55 to UAB, who's pretty weak. Missouri off of the loss. I'll give you the list of the off the loss teams. Missouri 27-54 playing UMass after a loss. Thank you, God. Toledo 9.5 44 to Buffalo. Miami of Ohio 2.5 46.5 to Eastern. Eastern's the better team there, and they're at home. That's confusing. Louisville 7-54 off of a loss to Virginia. Pitt 3-59 to Cal. Cal now has to fly to the East Coast, where Miami had to fly to the West Coast last week. Texas 14-49.5 to Oklahoma. Oklahoma sucks, but a good defense. Texas, I assume Urs is playing. They were off last week. 49.5. I don't see it getting there. Illinois 21.5. 48 to Purdue, who's the Z team. Bowling Green 2.5. 47.5 to Northern Illinois. Again, I'm like, well, what kind of line is that? Western 9-52 to Akron. Akron's the Z team. Penn State 4-50 in the games at USC. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. Colorado State 155 at San Jose or to San Jose State, who's the better team. Wyoming 142.5 against San Diego State. Notre Dame 23.5, 45 to Stanford. UCF 3.5, 58 to Cincinnati, which I assume they're playing the game. It is Saturday afternoon, and again, I know that there was a tornado whipped through the Orlando area, but that was Tuesday, Wednesday. So I think by now, if they're playing it, I don't know what that's when I don't know what to do with. Georgia State 1.5, 54.5 to Old Dominion. Another, does that bother? Ohio 349 to Central. BYU 349 to Arizona. Georgia 34-54 to Mississippi State, who absolutely sucks. Lou Monroe 6.5 41 to Southern Miss, who's a Z team. Tennessee 14-57 to Florida. I expect Tennessee to play much stronger at home. They played Oklahoma, right? Then they lose to Arkansas, but now they're home against Florida. They'll play much better. UTSA 3.5, 51.5 to Rice. Washington State 3.5, 61 to Fresno State. Mikey Keene's a home dog. Thank you. New Mexico 6.5, 55 to the Air Force. Texas State 14-65 to Arkansas State. We love their quarterback. North Texas 5.5, 58.5 at Florida Atlantic. Is the Hurricane going to bother this game? Oregon State 347 to Nevada. Then we get to the spicy games. Lou Lafayette 10-65 to App State. App State is a W team. Ohio State 53.5 to Oregon. Like, I don't know about this game. Oregon's a home dog. I'm tempted. The total 53.5. I'm tempted. Ohio State's been winning these games at home, close, but now they're at Oregon, and that's huge. Ole Miss 3.5, 62, as I talked about. I like the over in the game. That's your free play. Vandy, Kentucky 14, 46.5 to Vandy. How the hell is Vandy a 14-point dog after beating Alabama last week? Okay, they'll be a little flat, but you got to be kidding me. So I have a hard time with my line was Vandy -3. I have a hard time with this line. Syracuse 3.5, 53.5. North Carolina State. Is this a hurricane game? I hope not. Iowa State 3-53 to West Virginia. Iowa State's outstanding. Good coach, good quarterback, great defense. Marshall, Georgia Southern. Another game that is a hurricane game. Miami 1.5, 60. Hopefully we get normal weather for that because it's not till Saturday and the hurricane hit Tuesday night, Wednesday. Blows through. I think it's back out of the ocean. So definitely a couple of these games I like, but I can't. I got to worry about the hurricane. Minnesota 440 over UCLA at UCLA. They just beat USC at home. Now they got to go at UCLA. I don't know about that one. Kansas State 3.5, 56 to Prime. Kansas State with the killer defense, strong running attack. Colorado showed a defense against UCF. I don't know what they're going to do here. I think K-State wins the game. And then Boise 20, 59.5 to Hawaii, who is terrible. Let's go through the Z teams. We got Utah State tonight. We got Ball State, Kent. Kent's a Z team. Missouri against UMass. UMass is a Z team. Illinois, Purdue. Purdue's a Z team. Western Michigan, Akron. Akron's a Z team. Lou Monroe, Southern Miss. Southern Miss is a Z team. And that's it. Now let's look at the 30 defenses. Tonight, South Florida's a 32, but they'll play tomorrow. Utah State's a 41 defense. Vegas should have some fun tonight. Clemson, Wake Forest at the 31. Ball State and Kent. Ball State's a 48 and Kent's a 51. Now, in Ball State, they have played some big boys, Penn State, and I think they played Tennessee or something like that. Kent's just played Ohio State and some others, like 51. UAB 36 defense against my Army team. UMass 31 defense against Missouri. Purdue a 37 defense. Obviously, their Z team. Same with Akron's a 38. Western Michigan's a 37. Colorado State's a 30 against San Jose State. Wyoming's a 32, and they're favored. Old D, Georgia State are both 32s. Old Mississippi State's a 32 against Georgia. Southern Miss is a 31 against Lou Monroe. UTSA's a 32 against Rice, but Rice sucks. Washington State's a 32, and they're favored at Fresno State. New Mexico is favored by 6 over the Air Force. Air Force sucks, but they're not a bad defense. New Mexico's got a 43 defense. North Texas is a 32 defense, but they score 100 points a game. To Florida Atlantic, which is there going to be weather. App State's a 39, goes against Lou Lafayette. The Ohio State game, Ohio State's a 7, Oregon's a 17. Very interesting there. North Carolina State's at 34. They did get their ass kicked by Tennessee and Clemson. Both put up like 60 on them. Georgia Southern's at 32. Marshall's at 30 in that game. UCLA's at 30 against Minnesota. And Boise's at 30 against Hawaii. But they have the great running back Gentry to supersede that. Now Luke's got the last comments. So the free pick's going to be LSU, Mississippi. Weather permitted, I could have 4 locks here that I want to play, but I'm worried about. You got a hurricane, you can't go. You can't bet the totals, right? Because the wind and if it's raining makes it a low scoring game. I want to bet these high overs, so I don't know if I can bet them overs if the hurricane. So we will see. But anyway, I got about 6 plays out there now. I do have a play tonight. Utah, I don't know with Cam Rising. If the spread went up to 8 because of Cam Rising, I would play Utah. But I'm not, until I see him in the box score, I just assume his finger's damaged. Why they were not repairing it, I don't know. I can't believe he ran into the Gatorade barrel with his right hand, not his left. Absolutely ridiculous. Big games we've got. Utah, Arizona State tonight. We've got Wisconsin, Rutgers, which Rutgers is much better. Washington, Iowa. We've got. Let's see. We've got Oklahoma, Texas tomorrow. Should be a big game, but I don't think so. I don't think Oklahoma has any offense. We've got Penn State, USC, and they're making USC a home dog again. I'm not sure about that. Notre Dame, Stanford, BYU, Arizona, Florida, Tennessee. I think this is where Tennessee gets healthy. Florida with the 24 defense. See, like Ole Miss, I don't buy Tennessee's a 9 defense. I don't buy Ole Miss as an 8 defense. We've got, obviously, Ohio State, Oregon, we talked about. Ole Miss and LSU, Bobby's game. Vanderbilt, Kentucky. I don't know. I'm speechless. They're giving Vandy 14 points. Really, they just beat Alabama. Alabama couldn't stop them. All of a sudden, Kentucky found a defense and can stop them. No, it isn't real, D. The password's going to be different. I don't know. I'll check it, but it shouldn't be. Because I put in different passwords, but I'll check. I mean, just send the 25 if it's the same password. I'll check it out and you'll have it. But usually they're different every week. I add a few letters or numbers or something to it. Well, let me look. I don't think so. They better not be. So the pro password on 10 7, where are we at? And the pro password 1014 they're different. Absolutely different password, Real D. For the pro, well, for all of them, they're different. Pro 10.7, yeah, and Pro 10.14. They're different. So I don't know what you're doing. Are you getting last week's games? Which you probably might happen if you tried that password, but they're different passwords. When you pay, I'll give you the new password, and you'll see there's a new lock out there, but they're different. Anyway, then we've got Iowa State, West Virginia, and Minnesota, UCLA. It's not a big game, but Kansas State, Colorado is a good game. And that's it for college. For pros, we'll do real quickly. All right, so Frisco and Seattle. Frisco, I didn't play the game over, but I liked the game over. So many injuries, I just let it go, but I did circle over 41, it would have been, which was an easy one. All right, from London again. So keep in mind, it's 9:30 in the morning. We got the Bears 1.5, 44.5, down from 2. Again, Caleb is the favorite. I always like, really. Um, New Orleans, Tampa, 3.5 and 41.5. And Derek Carr's out, and they're starting Spencer Rattler. Are you fucking kidding me? So we'll give that as our free game. We're going to go under 47.5, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Spencer Rattler sucks. He sucked, obviously, at Oklahoma, sucks at South Carolina. How the fuck you playing him over Jake Hagener? I don't understand, but I don't buy this. Um, so I'm just stunned by it. Again, some of these Drake May also. Are you kidding? They're starting him. I'll get to that. Green Bay 5.5, 47.5 against Arizona. Points there. Tennessee 2.5, 43 against Indy. I'm not sure why Tennessee's favored. I don't know who the quarterback for Indy is. I don't know. I think it's because Levis is going to be the quarterback. I don't know if Richardson's ready. I like if Flacco is playing. I like Indy as a dog there, or at least the over there. Philadelphia 9, 42.5 to Cleveland. Watson sucks. Hurts. I think the receivers are probably back. They were listed as questionable for Philadelphia. Houston 7-38 to New England. New England starting Drake May. They won't score. Drake May, well, he's going to go back. He's going to run, and it'll look pretty. He'll get 5 yards. He'll get 10 yards until he gets to about the 30, and then they'll blitz him, and then he'll throw some interceptions because he doesn't know what to do. To go to Drake May and Brissett's health is ridiculous. So I don't like New England at all here with Drake May. Baltimore 6.5, 51 to Washington. Game of the day. Yeah, there were some fireworks in this game. Hopefully the fucking hurricane is not going up to Baltimore. Let it go to the Atlantic and get out. Leave my game alone here. Washington, Baltimore. San Diego 35.5 to Denver. I don't understand this line. What is going on? I take a vacation and these guys, all of a sudden Vegas is all fucked up. 35.5. Nix is looking good. He was 0 for 4. Now he's 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. They got a 15 defense. San Diego's got a 13. I don't know why San Diego's favorite here. I mean, it makes no sense. Pitt against Oakland. Pitt 36.5. I assume Russell Wilson is practicing. He's ready to go. But again, I see things a day old. I haven't seen the Friday, Russell Wilson's quarterbacking. Although I did see Mark McGuire's got some old guy on today. So Pitt's favored, and they're going with O'Connell. So if Russell Wilson's playing, I definitely like Pitt here. You can't go under because Fields isn't quarterbacking and O'Connell is. So definitely like Pitt if Russell Wilson is the quarterback. Atlanta, Carolina, Atlanta 6 and 47.5. What do we got? We got, I assume Dalton's still the quarterback against Cousins. I bet it one way with Dalton and the other way with Steve Young. Detroit, Dallas, interesting game. Detroit 3 and 52. Are they back as the over team or they can't play defense? They're starting to score. Dallas, Micah Parsons is questionable. He's probably playing. And then you've got Dak, who sucks. But Detroit on the road doesn't get the noise of the home crowd cheering for them like they've never seen a football game. It makes me sick. So this should be an interesting game. Cincinnati and the Giants. Joe Burrow going to eat them up. 3.5, 48. And Buffalo and the Jets. I don't know what's going on here. They fired the coach. Buffalo 2.5, 41. Firing the coach. So your free plays Tampa Bay, New Orleans under just because Carr's out. So New Orleans, it'll be like they'll give up 20 points. They won't score. Um, and that's your pick. So you want the class. If you want to sign up for the pro class tonight, just sign up. Alex, I know you do. Real D or G does. Just pay me. I'll send you the link. And I'll send you the password. And the same thing for the pro class you guys did Sunday. Just buy it now, and I'll send you the link to it. And it can't be the same password. Indy got so many injuries this week. Well, I don't. It depends who the injury is, but I agree with you. I know Taylor's out. Richardson, I don't mind. If Flacco's playing, I don't mind them. The thing about injuries in the NFL, the other guys are fine. They're pros. The question comes in when the injury is to the quarterback. So if Aaron Rodgers is out, you got a problem. If Mahomes is out, you got a problem. If Kelsey's out, you have a little problem. Jonathan Taylor out for Indy, you got a small problem, but they have backups. So the backups are pros dying to play. They're good players. I don't mind it as much in the pros as I do in college. Like Cam Rising's out and Utah's a whole different team. It's the quarterback again. So let me see. Did you try the password again? It should be working. Pat Silver going to 40. Pat Silver is going to 50. Gold is going to 3K. Yeah, gold. Well, we got 2 weeks. October 22nd, the bricks. That's, I'll be home on the 16th. So we will talk about that when I get home on the 17th. Yeah, they might price it at 3,500. What I thought they were going to do. So we'll see, but it'll definitely go. Comex is on its way out because people aren't buying from Comex. A lot of the people are buying. What's going on with my glasses? A lot of people are buying silver through the silver mines, not through Comex, so the price doesn't register. But eventually there'll be a new price just because of these contracts. So we got to blow up Comex. Hey, Professor, who is this? G, hey, G. Yeah, I did. What's your questions? The free pick is the LSU Ole Miss over game. Free pick in the pros is Tampa, New Orleans under with Spencer Rattler quarterbacking. What do you want to know? But I did go over it. I lost the internet. I was doing the first one, and I lost the internet, and it just blew it up. So I tried watching it, and I couldn't. So I just said, fuck it, I'll redo it. So we'll do economics and that, but I can't go much longer and go another 20 minutes. Normally I have my computer plugged in, so I never worry about it. But here, there's very strange plugs in the room, and I tried doing it on my balcony, and the internet's very streaky there. So I am at where we eat breakfast. I'll show you the view. That is our view of it. We went to the beach today, so it's pretty nice, the Mediterranean. Anyway. Okay, just send me. So you guys just send it. You can send it now, and I'll give you the pro passwords. And I'm sure it's a different password, Real D. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'll try it when we're done. I don't want to waste people's times. But you'll need the new one, and yeah, just send I don't know if you can do Venmo, whatever you were doing is fine. Venmo worked. And then Alex, when you see this, I sent Alex an email. We normally do the college class tonight. I'll just send the link. We'll get all that ironed out next week with the pro class, college class. If you want, I mean, I can just give you the picks like I've been doing, and it's the same thing. I go into a little more detail, but I try to do more detail out here. Uh, any news on these hurricane games? Georgia, North Carolina, the Florida ones. My friend lives in Orlando and near Tampa, and he had to leave his house. They evacuated Tampa, but that was a couple days ago. So it's blow in, it blows out, and then can we play football? So I see the game tonight is moved till tomorrow, but I see the South Florida, the UCF game is still on, and I want to bet on that game if it's not 100-mile-an-hour winds. Again, I like a few overs, but the wind kills the overs, so I got to be careful. I was stung before on that. Yeah, it's the Mediterranean. Yeah, it's beautiful. We went to Amalfi. It's the whole Amalfi coast if you look at it on a map. So we went up to Amalfi here. We're in the middle. There's Amalfi. There's Positano on this side, and then we might go to what the hell's the name of it? I can't think of this other name. That most you've heard of it. I just can't think of it. So yeah, we went to the beach, and to go here, it's insane. It's all stairs. I mean, I must have went down half a mile, and then of course the walk back up. I had to take two rests. Um, so I did swim in the sea. What really bothered me, I got to take this call. Hey Sue.
Hey, Howard. Danielle from Illuminate Your Spirit.
Yeah.
I'm calling to get your payment for your phone reading.
I yeah. Can we do it in like 10 minutes?
I would have to do a little sooner than that. The 10 minutes is cutting a little close to your payment.
Can we do 5 minutes?
5 minutes? Yeah, no problem.
All right. I'm just wrapping up my class, so if you can call me back in 5 minutes, that'd be great.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. I apologize. Sorry about that. That's a call I need to take. So I'm going to wrap this up. So free pick Mississippi LSU should go over, and the New Orleans Tampa should go under. The Drake May game should go under. These new quarterbacks, I don't know what their coaches are thinking. Yeah, I'll do Drake May. Yeah, that's going to do well. Yeah, I'll do O'Connell. Yeah, he's better than Minshew. The only one that comes and works is Joe Flacco comes in. We'll watch the big games. Um, I might do a class in my morning, unfortunately, or early tomorrow. 10 o'clock here is 6 hours, so that's 4 o'clock. So I'll see if I'm around. I'll do the college, but Ohio State, Oregon, I'm really deciphering it. The Kansas State, Colorado. I think Colorado's going to have trouble against the K-State defense. Ohio State, Oregon. I'm so tempted to take Oregon as a home dog. I got to respect Ohio State, but in these big games, usually you want to take the dog, as I preach. That's about it. Penn State going to USC. Look for the upset there. There's a lot of strong dogs. There's a lot of strange favorites in college. The Z teams are favored in a couple of games. I don't understand that. We got to watch the injuries in the pros. Is Russell Wilson starting? If it is, I like Russell Wilson over O'Connell all day. And we'll see. So I got one pro lock, two locks, and then I've got about 4 college locks pending on the weather. I'll probably post them tonight. And if you know the weather is going to be tornado, don't play them, or just lay away from them. But if the weather's okay in the Florida, North Carolina, Georgia area, if we're not really bothered by it, then these are really strong plays that I like. But again, I'm waiting till the last possible moment, and right now it's 5 o'clock here. So anyway, any other questions or comments, please let me know. I've got to leave. How many locks got for college. Um, Probably two. Um, I know one that's not weather related, and another, and then two that are possibly weather related that I'm kind of holding off locking until I know. But definitely, I got really one strong one, and the other one's weather. So I went and looked, and it said the hurricane's off into the Atlantic. Well, gee, aren't you in Florida? Is it still bother Central Florida, South Florida, uh, North Carolina, Georgia? Is that, do we have, for betting overs, do we have a problem there? Uh, but it should be at least, there should be at least one college and one pro. That's four teams. Play a 4-team teaser on those if you want. But that's what I got. I don't love the pro week as much as I did last week. Last week was pocket aces, and we just killed everything. This week's a little bit more of a struggle. Some of the teams we like aren't playing. Some of the teams uh, are not. Just the quarterback's out. What do we do? I mean, with some of these, but the one I have locked, I love the lock there. So you can always bet in the pros the strong games, the 15 unit plays as locks. Maybe bet a little bit more. The same in college. I got a bunch of 15 unit plays. You got LSU Mississippi over, so that you can throw in there too. So don't worry, you can just email me and I'll let you know. But I will give you, I'll give you the password, and so anybody else who wants to just Venmo me or PayPal me, and my email or PayPal, just go on the site, and then I'll give you this. I'll just give you the link because I won't have time to do the class. Um, but really, we're just interested in the games anyway, so we'll do that, and that's about it. So don't worry, Real D. I always have a boatload of games we can play. Just the locks are a little bit more special, as you saw last week. So that's about it. All right, www.teaserking.com, and buy the picks, get my email, and all that fun stuff. All right, everybody. Well, have a good day. I hope the hurricane didn't bother anybody, and I will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Economics. We talked about gold and silver, and BRICS October 22nd. COMEX got to blow up because they're not buying from COMEX anymore. It's only a pricing mechanism. So if you buy gold in the real market, it doesn't affect COMEX at all. So anyway, that's what's going on. All right. Have a good day. Take care. www.teaserking.com. Thanks, everybody.